Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Nostalgic Critic. And tonight, well, decided to skip ahead a few other Stephen King reviews. We got The Stand, the miniseries, by the way, not the movie. I think. Is there a movie on The Stand? Because I know this is the old, miniseries. You know, not the reboot one we got on HBO Max. Before you ask. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So let's take a look back at one of the better Stephen King miniseries. You'll see why. So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
This episode brought to you by ExpressVPN, the best VPN there is. Take back your online privacy today.
Here we go. Oh boy, Mike. Whoop! Let's start the way!
There's a Hollywood flick and a wacky critic. What you gonna watch?
Let's go!
There's another remake, another mistake. What you gonna watch?
Go! Aw. Woohoo! Can I get to the Stephen King cartoon? Let's start the week! Here we go.
Hello,
the lockdown
I'm the
days.
Nostalgic Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
Addy.
You clicked on the video.
Yep.
You know what time it is. Play it!
Stephen King time! Yep, here we go.
Stephen King, you've brought so much joy into our lives. Not that his creativity hasn't delighted and inspired several generations now, but he's one of the few writers where his bad works are just as entertaining as his good works. When he goes for something, he goes big with it.
Yep,
Even
he
though
holds
there's more
nothing
Stephen
back.
King stories than there probably are Pokemon, people forget that a Stephen King project, even if it was bad, was often
Come
a
on.
big event. Yes, some didn't get a ton of press, but I
Lord,
can't tell you how many times I've heard people hyped for the latest film or series that had his name attached to it. Langoliers, Shining, Carrie, Tommyknockers. Hell, it was a big deal twice. Twice.
There you go.
And by far one of the most hyped miniseries, if not the most hyped miniseries, The Stand.
I've actually been reading the audiobook. What do you think back on that one?
Based on his book about the size of 5 Bibles, with notes from Fox News, The Stand
Jesus.
was an instant hit when it premiered in 1994. And, unlike some of his other hit miniseries which received mixed to negative reactions after watching them, The Stand was phenomenally well received.
Yeah,
Yes,
well
this is one of the
received
few Stephen
positively.
King miniseries that audiences and critics liked from beginning to end. And with the series running a whopping 6 hours, and that's taking out commercial breaks.
6 without-
That's no small feat.
Damn.
The series was directed by Mick Garris and penned by King himself. And while their collaborations have been
Mixed.
memorable, to say the
Nice.
least, this truly is among their best work. So you might be wondering, how am I gonna get that much material out of such a universally beloved series?
Shall we?
It
It's
is
still
Stephen
Stephen
King
King,
and
yeah.
Mick Garris, guys. One of the things I love about these two is they go all out, which means they take more risks, which means there's always great, hilarious head-scratching moments. And God bless
Do you
everyone.
expect anything less from
But
King?
at 6 hours, I gotta stop yapping and hop right into this.
Bring it on.
So let's jump right into it. This is the...
Critic, you must make your way to my home.
No, sorry, Mother Abigail, I got too much
Yeah,
series to
we'll come
review.
you there.
It's very important. I waited minutes in makeup for this.
Minutes, huh?
Minutes!
Sorry, but I got way too much to
We'll
get
cover
through.
you
That
when we
includes
got
you too,
there.
Tamara.
No, that's fine.
Nice hair look. By the way, what are you doing?
What are you working
I
on?
thought you said you were busy.
Right. This is
This
The
is The Stand.
Early taxes?
6 hours, man.
You're right.
Man. Still, the most, light of the miniseries. And that's big coming from Stephen King, so. But still, 6 hours. The fact that you have to get, someone interested in those 6 hours, no wonder this thing a miniseries. Yeesh. So, I think a miniseries is usually an hour long, right? Because the movie's always 2. So, Because there's like 6 episodes of those miniseries. I think. I'll check that later, but anywho. Well, time to see how the world would end in The Stand.
Great, Jack Torrance wrote the screenplay. I thought this property had a
Not with a
restraining
bang,
order against
but
Garrus.
with a whimper. That's a famous quote.
The film opens with a deadly virus being released and the government trying to downplay it. Ha! Fiction! As one of the last surviving guards
Accurate.
at a U.S. reservation is told to lock up the gate, but he chooses to get his family out.
Use the manual gate override, Campion! Do it now! Do it now!
Sorry, I can't follow unless you say that in your Arnold voice.
Alright, fine. Do it now!
Got it. Their child throws a doll out the window. Dumb kid. And the credits roll to this very eerie imagery of all the people on the base
Yeah,
dead
already
while
dead.
the radio plays. Half of them were rushing to shout, more cowbell!
And crash.
That night, the car is out of control, crashing into
Oh,
a
luckily,
nearby
turned off
gas
the pump.
station. Yeah, he
I think it
looks
was in
safe.
Texas, right?
Put your hand down. Maybe it's food poisoning. You know, he's got California plates here, maybe.
To be fair, we did just eat at Boston Market. The guard dies, but another base is trying its best to keep the virus under control.
Good
It's
luck with
held
that.
by General Starkey, played by Ed Harris.
Starkey, huh?
This stuff has a communicability level of over 99%. Most people are gonna think they've got the plain old non-lethal flu right up to the very end.
Boy, am I glad this is taking my mind off the news.
I couldn't come up with something funnier than that, so I just stole it from the Snobs review.
Fair.
I s-
And also, I don't know, like, nowadays we just went through a similar situation with COVID. Or, can we not say that still? I mean, you know what, fuck it, I'll call it COVID. We know what it is, come on. Anyway, so yeah. Oof. I'm not sure how much would actually work like, with this, but jeez. Sometimes selfishness dooms the world. Campion probably should have just stayed there and died. Alright, man, would have saved everyone else major headaches. Oopsie. So, begs the question how he get the virus. Is that airborne or something? Anyway.
so want a King project just titled Southern Accents.
Then there's been 3 more big transport planes land over Starland in Arkansas.
Was called.
Arkansas.
I knew it was.
A nearby town in Texas is told about the
Yeah, that's
deadly
right,
disease
Texas.
and how they have to quarantine.
Bless you.
Maybe I ought to close up the station for the rest of the day.
Alright, but don't you wear a mask, that's how you catch the communism. As expected, the town goes into lockdown, and the man who helped the sick driver named Stu, played by Gary Sinise,
Hi,
is
Gary.
forced into quarantine.
I insist you get into the truck right now, or
You gotta shoot me?
shoot me.
Okay.
Your name's in the opening credits. If you had an and or a with on top, then your
Yeah,
ass
you
would be
did, man.
applesauce. Meanwhile, an upcoming singer named Larry Underwood, played by Adam
Though,
Stroke, is visiting his mother because despite his song rising in the charts, he's still financially struggling. This will clearly be
And
the
then,
worst
if I remember from the
part of this week.
book, running from debt.
Of course I have. You sound black.
That brown sound sure do get around.
I get the feeling they're gonna cut that from the remake.
Yeah, I
Bloody
think they did.
Napoleon. Don't lie.
About 40,000.
Jesus wept.
Hey, how'd you know what the album's called? At a nearby base, doctors observe the last breaths of patients with the virus.
Ah, this is interesting. Now watch this.
Oh!
Didn't we help him?
He doesn't have insurance.
Oh, yeah, fair. And dead.
So damn quick.
Well, we suck as doctors. Want to see if that Alf
You're a
specimen
dickhead.
ate those kittens yet? Sure. Let's be horrible vets, too.
Bye.
Meanwhile, in...
There you are,
Aw,
man.
I knew you'd
Welcome
make it.
back. Always,
A
Uncle
young
Happy
woman named
back.
Fran, played by Molly Ringwald, and her father, played by Ken Jenkins, are somewhat put off as the local geek Harold, played by Corin Nemec, keeps trying to hit on Fran.
I was wondering if you would care to accompany me to the Railroad Cinema.
Oh.
They're having a Bergman Festival.
Bergman?
I've always found cries and whispers to be especially moving.
Also,
I'm
why
a
do you have
Seventh
pizza
Seal
sauce?
kind of girl.
Hey, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. I understand, really. I hope you enjoy the poem and the rest of the magazine, of course.
Oh, get out of here, pizza face.
Yeah, it does look like pizza
Calling you
face.
that because you have literal pizza on your face. Those aren't
Yeah, it
supposed to be zits, are they? You won an Emmy for best makeup.
Oh, primetime Emmy. Good
Elsewhere
job.
in Arkansas, a young deaf man named Nick, played
Yeah,
by
all
Rob
over the
Lowe,
place.
is beaten up by some bullies with not the best choreographed fighting.
Move the sucker! Oh!
When the fights on Star Trek are looking more real, you might want to do a few more takes.
Mm-hmm.
Nick gets knocked out and dreams that he's in a cornfield where he can hear and talk. Asshole, don't look behind the rose!
Yeah.
Ha! Some reviewers are above making
What
a
about
joke
you
on the
who
club
walks
reference,
behind the
but I'll
rose?
always
Careful.
be that desperate.
I can hear.
I can talk!
I can sing!
I'll stop.
Thus, we're introduced to easily the most memorable character,
Mother Abigail.
Mother Abigail, played by Ruby D.
You come see me, Nick.
Alamada, right?
All your friends. You got to hurry, though.
There's a lot to discuss about her,
You must make your way to the.
but we'll do it when they reveal more about her character.
Oh, shoot.
Mother Abigail, you're what, 5 feet?
And shrinking, darling.
Thank you.
I
Seriously,
still
what are you doing, Tamara?
don't- Okay.
Rude.
Nick wakes up in the local jail where a sheriff and a medic try to find the people who jumped in. Did I mention the series is a flame to every 90s character acting moth?
One of them had a ring like that?
Ray Booth, our town bad boy. Welcome to Chicago.
Laughing and coughing. Always a great duo for a long life in horror.
And he's dead in the next scene.
Doctors in their dinosaur cookie suits continue to study Stu, who is 100% healthy despite him testing positive for the virus.
I don't know how many different ways I can say this. This so-called super flu does not exist.
And if it did, it would probably wipe itself out by Easter. How many times?
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh boy. We were wrong about that. Took a year and a half before we got the vaccine. Or at least get back down to manageable levels. Though, let's be real. They probably would have told, like, as soon as the virus came out, been like, yep, that was us. Our bad. Or something like that. I don't know. Not sure who they blame it on. Depends on the president, I guess. Boy. Also, why are we experimenting with flu still? Like, come on. Leave him alone. We do not need an apocalypse on our hands. What are we? The plague? Or pestilence? Or the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Ay, ay, ay.
Times do I have to tell you I don't have the measles?
I'm not responsible for you being here.
Then who is?
No one. Everyone. God.
Spoilers.
Yep.
You talk about this thing in here like you were outside of it. I just wanted you to get a little taste of what it's like on the inside.
So one of the things you'll notice in this miniseries is the acting is actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's still
miniseries
acting, but as miniseries
still giving
at the
it
time go, it's pretty
giving it their best
engaging and
work, so why
believable.
not?
Whoever casted this should have gotten an award of some kind.
Who's the
Though with
casting
that
director?
said, it does make the more hokey actors stand out a bit.
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, hi.
The Rat Man will forgive you this time.
Rat Man.
Damn, he's late for a sketch on In Living Color.
In Living
And
Color.
speaking of random people appearing,
He's coming for you, Larry.
what?
Whoa!
The man with no face.
Jabbar? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I know you. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No shit, kid. At
Yeah,
least
literally.
in that movie they
What the
called
hell?
attention to it, and he was
Bring
one of
out
the
to
major
Dad.
players.
Bring
Here,
out to Dad.
he has this scene and a few brief moments where he's just yelling about the apocalypse. That's it. It's one of the most hilarious
random
cameos
cameos
I've
here.
seen in anything.
Bring out your dead!
No, I don't see a performance at all. I only see a homeless man who's completely believable.
Come
screaming
on,
on
man.
The street.
Let me
I
see
see Kareem
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar.
Abdul-Jabbar.
How in God's name am I not supposed to see that? He just doesn't have the chops to disappear that well into a role.
The hell I don't.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. The dude's a pretty famous basketball player, you know. High scorer, tall guy. I mean, come on. Like, seriously. You're not supposed to see the dude. Not sure. I guess this was his... Was he still playing basketball by then? Because I feel like this was during the off-season. Let's be real. If they recruited LeBron James for this, they'd probably be like, LeBron James? What happened? Shouldn't you be in Cleveland? I so see that happening. Anyway.
Back in Arkansas, the men who beat up Nick are arrested, and Nick himself has been promoted to...
Deputy?
Sorry. John and his wife are dead.
Ooh.
Well, I guess you're the sheriff now. And here I thought politics would work a little different in Arkansas. No, I didn't.
Nah, no.
The medic tells him they should take off out of town before the virus gets to them, but Nick is nice enough to let the inmates go before he leaves. As the medic predicted, the world starts going to shit as more and more people die and those who want answers start riots.
And this is why you really gotta inform him. This is the life.
Filled with grief, the general shoots himself for lying to the people. Nick is forced to shoot his attacker with no gun flash.
I mean, to be fair, no Flash in real life, see?
And even radio hosts from Cameo FM are under siege.
Shut it down!
You ever heard of a little number called freedom of speech?
Yeah, nope.
Okay, cancel culture's definitely gone too far. Almost everyone.
And like I said, I think in the book, there actually was like a segment where it like showed like this like group of, well, I don't want to say race because, you know, pretty racist. But anyway, these militants invaded like a TV show, if I remember correctly. It's either that or a newscast or radio broadcast. I don't know. Gonna go say broadcast, regular broadcast. Anyway, so they were in there, you know, taking over. The government goes in, goes hog wild. And I think almost everyone in that audience dies. I don't remember the chapter, to be honest. So, like I said, I don't remember exactly what happened. I'll have to look that up later, or at least see if I can reread it again. Anyway.
Someone dies at the disease center, so Stu decides to break out before the crazy doctor left ends his life too. Just like Nick, he gets a vision from Mother Abigail.
The beast is loose in the streets of Bethlehem. The rats are in the corn.
And the makeup on my arm ain't done yet. Emmy! Alright, here's a jump scare crow to get you back on track. If I only had your soul! Stu decides to find Mother Abigail right after this bit of weirdness.
Come down and eat chicken with me, beautiful. It's so dark.
Ew.
Famous last words? And we see Fran's father has passed away from the virus as well.
I love you, Daddy.
I don't care what the internet
Don't
says.
kiss.
Scrubs was funny as it was It was funny.
Fran?
Hey, remember when you said you wouldn't date me unless we were the last two people on Earth?
To both be immune to something this big, it has to mean something.
Well, there's gotta be other people.
Oh, let's hope not. Oh, I mean the, opposite of that.
Dude.
Do you think that maybe,
Morty.
maybe I could be...
Harold, we're
Harold.
always gonna be friends.
Yeah, friends always listen to romantic songs on record and put their heads on each other's knees. Christ, Harold's crotch must be 5 seconds away from...
Honestly, if I had a friend like that, I would have been like, okay, look, dude, we're probably the last one alive. Can we just we can do it once, but that's it, okay? I don't want you going crazy because you were horny for me. Got that? I don't know, probably if I was Fran, I mean, I don't know, like, he's pretty obviously trying to hit on you. I'd be like, look, do it one more time, will you let it go? Deal? No, just, ish. Obviously wants it. Anyway.
Hello? Has anyone heard my song? If I'm the last musician alive, does that make it number 1?
Over here.
Larry finds another survivor, though, named Nadine, played by Laura San Giacomo.
Hey.
You're not gonna shoot me, are you?
No, more herself.
I don't know. No. I'm not dangerous.
Hey, look, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's in the background.
If you want me to pay attention, don't put Kareem's hilarious corpse eyeballing me in the background.
We gotta get out of here.
They realize that they don't want to live in a city smelling like dead ass. They should probably leave. Hey, look, it's what my parents said my future would be like. Matt Frewer plays, get this, somebody not very normal.
A.K.A. Trash.
Ill anarchist named Trash Can Man, who blows up pretty much whatever he wants. How do I know he's crazy? The same way everyone's shown to be crazy in this. Wide-angle close-ups.
I'm gonna stick you in the nut hat, Trash.
Hey, Trash, why didn't you burn up the school?
I get it. French class.
Shut up!
Like the other survivors, he hears a voice calling out to him, but it's not Mother Abigail.
Nope.
I will place you high in my council's Trash.
Randall Flagg.
The slouch has begun. Meanwhile, we see Mother Abigail is so old-fashioned she doesn't even believe in plumbing. So does she clean that? Oh, I'm gonna ignore that for now. And she sits around waiting for a PureFlix film to be made about her.
I hear you, Lord, and I'm in the way of doing your will. But I don't much like it.
Well,
is it good? Fine, go ahead.
Let's talk about Mother Abigail.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I want to dedicate a whole section to her is, well, this might be the only time I've seen a religious person in a King movie or series that's not totally insane. Whenever religion is brought up in a King story, it's usually from an extremist or crazy nut who ties in somehow to what the horror element of the story is. So it's bizarre that not only is this a positive religious character in a King story, but it's almost ridiculously positive.
What
the friend we have in Jesus.
As followers flock to her, others flock to this other character named Randall Flagg, who's about as evil and demonic as...
Yeah, basically the devil stand-in.
I got the Lord to protect me. I ain't scared of the likes of you.
For someone who's mocked extreme religious leanings in the past, he leans incredibly hard into them with this series.
Are you saying that's a problem, dear child?
No, if
Not
anything,
all the
I'm glad
time.
I'm finally seeing variety with King and this subject.
True.
Then what be your peeve, my chickadee?
It just
Feels
surprises me that his take on this would be as literal as having a servant of God and a servant of the devil battling for humanity after the apocalypse.
Well, just because I say I serve God doesn't mean that it's literally God.
Oh, come on, you quote more scripture in this than Bible, man.
Yes, but
He has a
that's
point.
my interpretation. Flagg never says that he's a servant of the devil.
I guess that's true.
Perhaps there's just a battle between good and evil, and the characters are interpreting it as God and the devil.
But there's no other suggestions what it could be, so what else could it be?
I mean, true.
Langoliers?
Oh, Christ.
Turin
This
the
again?
Really?
That comet from Maximum Overdrive.
You know what? It's done well, so I should just count my
Yeah,
days.
just
That's
accept it.
literally what I do every day.
Really?
Yes. 1, 2, 11.
Malcolm really playing the Alzheimer's here,
I
huh?
think we're done here.
Yep, moving along. Pumpkin.
Speaking of which,
Okay,
and
dementia there?
name Randall Flagg, played by Jamie Sheridan, is
You
breaking
sure?
survivors out of jail and showing off some pretty cool effects.
You got stuck with nothing to eat but rat tartar. Bad luck. Look here.
I love this guy. He acts like an evil Garth Brooks and looks like Fabio wearing a John Tesh mask.
Kinda
There's
does.
a lot to do. And we have to work fast.
Meanwhile, Larry puts the moves on Nadine, but it looks like she can't go all the way,
PG.
possibly because she's in cahoots with the Lord of Evil. Man, I thought it'd be the opposite. If God's followers have to be celibate, I assume Satan's followers would have to bang a goat every day or something.
Larry, if I stay, we'll end up sleeping together, and I can't have that.
Blue balls!
Ouch. Sorry, Larry.
Later, we see Nick come across a mentally disabled man named Tom, played
Ow.
by Bill Fagerbakke.
I'm sorry, mister, I can't read. I went to school, I made it to the 3rd grade. I could read some Curious George when I left, but since then I kind of forgot.
So here's the thing about
Poor
this
dude.
performance. I don't believe he's mentally disabled for a second. I think of performances
Artist,
from
but,
things like What's Eating Gilbert Grape, or Malcolm in the Middle, or even Stephen King's Dreamcatcher. Even though they can be funny
well.
too, they still seem believable and work within the reality created for them.
Yeah,
Tom
reality,
is
by the way.
played more dim.
Yeah, the
That
dim-witted
could be
type.
because he's played so many
Hi,
dim
Patrick.
characters. And yes, there is clearly a
Hi,
difference in
good.
how you play the two.
Thought a few decorations would cheer up Main Street. Decoration is my hobby.
With that said, though, he is still really likable. I feel like this could easily have turned into Simple Patrick the Starfish, but he finds the charm and even respect for the character that, while I don't believe is disabled, is still enjoyable to be around.
M-O-O-N. That spells hobby.
Oh, except for this gimmick.
M-O-O-N. That spells ready.
Yeah, that's the joke. He can't read, so he spells everything M-O-O-N.
Moon,
It
by the
kind
way.
of plays a part later, but trust me, it's not worth hearing it a million times.
M-O-O-N. That spells Tom Cullen. M-O-O-N. That spells deaf and dumb. M-O-O-N. That spells Tom Cullen. M-O-O-N. That spells parade. M-O-O-N. That spells toolkit. M-O-O-N.
Okay, you can stop, buddy.
Spells hot. M-O-O-N. That spells ready. M-O-O-N. That spells the
Oh my
best.
God, shut up! Anyway, Stu comes across an old man named Glenn, played by Ray Woolston, who both have been dreaming about Mother Abigail. Not like that. I don't think. And decide against their better judgment, it might be worth traveling to find her.
So I'm gonna go to Nebraska. You wanna come with me?
Why not?
Well, you don't sound very enthusiastic.
Well, I am leaving a safe, spacious, beautiful house in the middle of the apocalypse. You know, fuck you, I'm staying.
You hear that?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Because, well, you never know what's going to happen there. But then again, I guess he figures, like, you know, the whole you and your friends, I guess, well, if I'm seeing her and she met your friend, I'd be like, okay, other people are going there too. Might as well join a society. You know, safety in numbers and all that. Plus, again, the whole mysterious Randall Flagg out there might be coming sooner or later, so better pick a side while you can. Anyway.
But Rhinestone Cowboy and Eglantine Price stumble
guys.
across them and discover, hey, they're off to see the wizard too. But Harold doesn't want to go with them.
I don't like the looks of them. This one in particular.
Right to, buddy.
I want to do a puppet show for you. It's called Fisty Meets Face. They eventually agree, and meanwhile, Nick and Tom come across their own strange visitor, played by Shawnee Smith.
Oh, somebody finally shows up in this crappy town and it turns out to be a deaf mute.
That's as funny as the writer of this review not seeing the Saw sequel, so he can't make a joke about me in them.
Yep.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or... Oh, for once it is a gun.
Yep. No, what's that? He's just a retard. He doesn't feel things the way that you and I do.
Now you say it. You know how Jack Gleason played a villain so well that people actually started to hate this poor actor? I friggin' despise this bitch. She is just so mean and so dumb.
I don't want medicine, mister.
That's just poison.
No, sir.
His daddy said don't do it. Don't make him do it.
This actress plays her so well, I feel like my fist would stop centimeters from her face if she ever did this annoying laugh.
Big almost have that crying just like a baby. What?
I don't care if even
I probably would have just shot her in the face.
See that again.
You and your stupid freak friend are gonna get both of you guys.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Shoot me with your gun? Jesus!
Run for your life!
Whatever death she has in this needs to be slower.
What you're saying?
And less Power Rangey.
Yeah.
Nick and Tom.
Also, yeah, if I saw someone like that making fun of my fans, I would have been like, okay, you're gone crazy. I put you out now. Like, seriously. You don't want crazy like that running around. Hey. I don't know if that's just saying me in Apocalypse saying, because let's be real. If you see crazy like that, no. Just no. Because frankly, surprising she survived the whole damn thing. Anyway, more survivors meeting up.
And come across another driver heading to Mother Abigail and arrive soon after. Meanwhile, I think we missed a scene.
His appendix right there.
He's dead, Stu.
Oh. How would you know?
Yeah, for a 6-hour series, a lot of things are surprisingly happening off-screen in the middle.
Boom, boom,
they
boom.
come across other travelers. I guess one of them needs surgery. Stu
But died.
learned how to do surgery. Actually, what even was his job, the more I think about it. Fran
Gas
gets pregnant
station
with Stu's
attendant, I
baby.
think?
She breaks up with Harold, which granted, we see that part, but I never did see if they were going out or not. Larry becomes romantically interested with someone else he comes across. They get married, and 4 years pass with Tom Hanks still on the island. Yeah! That's a lot of stuff that
Well, aside that last one.
They do show us that a lot of the main characters find Mother Abigail, who's now moved to Colorado. As for everything else,
Colorado.
I guess there just wasn't enough time to show it. But you know what?
Again,
there is
miniseries,
time
what?
for? The entire national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
What the hell am I doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
No joke. They sing
Why?
all of the national anthem in this scene. Also, did Nick finally give Tom his heart? How's this work?
I think it's like try to follow along the voice since, you know, here. Follow along.
Okay, to the series credit, it is still acted well, and we get an idea of what the new characters added are like very quickly. Truth be told, in a strange way, I do enjoy seeing most of the town meeting as tons of survivors follow the vision of Mother Abigail and are trying to figure out how to start over. Again, it's a little corny, but it feels warm and real somehow. However, things suddenly go awry when Mother Abigail disappears.
Mother Abigail! She's gone!
Oh my god. Everybody, give her some air! Okay, or do that, thanks.
Or just,
Wait, that's so strange. So why did you leave, Mother Abigail? Oh god.
Mother Abigail?
Where did you go?
I'm sorry, I was just cleaning my outhouse. Plumbing is of the devil, you know.
Wait.
It is?
Yes, and so is football.
Football?
So are turkeys, knee socks, and peoples whose earlobes connect to their necks.
Okay, why was I following you again?
Because I'm a wise old black woman you dreamt about.
So that makes you a radio to God?
I
don't know.
think so. Maybe.
Hey, Mother Abigail, do you prefer green dresses or blue dresses?
Let me ask God.
Green, blue, what?
Hello, God. What dresses do I like?
I don't know what's going on here.
I'll have the soup.
Got it. Do you have any soup dresses?
Any other year, this might be odd.
Yeah, remember, lockdown. Yeah, let's be real. Lockdown can really drive anyone mad. Let me know if you had any, like, lockdown stories that you want to talk about. I mean, hey, personal stories you don't want to share, it's fine. But still, yeah, ouch. Oh boy. So, groups without the leader, or at least the wise old sage. Let's see how they handle things.
So a committee is formed, comprised of, well, our main characters. And their first concern is keeping an eye on Randall Flagg, who's apparently building an army in Vegas with all the rotten people who survived. So they agree to send in spies. They decide to send a judge, played by Ozzie Davis, one of the villagers named Dana, and...
Owen?
We want you to go west. Can you do that?
Yes, Tom knows west.
Yeah, they hypnotize him to remember all the details and send him into the middle of the
Fair?
most dangerous place in the world.
That's
is
mean.
douchey. Here's the thing.
How?
It's revealed later that Flagg has a hard time reading his mind because his brain is so simple. So it does work out. But they didn't seem to know that. For all we can see, they're sending in the dumbest gargoyle towards a gargoyle-eating sun. Even
Pretty
Smokes
much.
has a look like. Well, I didn't think I'd be doing of mice and men twice. I will definitely miss you more than Malkovich, I can tell you that.
See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Tom only pawn in Game of Life.
Bye, Tom.
But Nadine finds her way to town, and when she finds Larry seeing another woman, she's told by Flagg to move in on Harold.
I saw you at the meeting the other night. Don't even think
Also,
about
did
1 minute in, that's a new record for me to miss my ex.
You're a virgin. I am too. And I'm gonna stay that way. But we can still do things. Everything that one
Also,
thing
yeah, why do
is
things always go for virgins? I don't know.
How do you know it's a little thing?
I just got a vibe everything about you is a little thing.
an absent friends.
Come on, let's make like Spielberg's War of the Worlds and not Climax.
Pretty much.
Tom gets a job in Vegas with the cop from Sleepwalkers.
There comes Johnny with his pecker in his hands. The one ball man is off to the rodeo.
I would have played that clip even if he wasn't in this.
Fair.
But later we see Harold has a plan to blow up the committee.
Don't screw with my disco, Nadine. Let me make
Disco?
a suggestion, my little disco queen.
Ew.
Take a walk.
Harold is like George McFly if Marty never went back in time. You just know he was going to blow up something somewhere.
Yep.
But Mother Abigail returns, bloody and in pain.
Oh my god, it's her.
Sorry,
Mother
I
Abigail.
heard Vegas was in this movie, and as an old person, I had to go.
Use this. It's perfectly accurate.
Nadine, just tell me when it's 9:15. Until then, keep your yap shut.
You hold on to her,
Yeesh.
Nadine, and never let go.
I'd probably shoot him.
Harold places the bomb in the house, but by the time they discover it, not everybody is able to get out in time. I am literally about to explode.
Oh, bye, Harold.
What, I'm dead and you put me in the drapes from Sound of Music?
Yep.
Why am I here?
To do God's
That's
will,
war.
child.
Neither one of us is gonna have any more to do with your killer god.
In hindsight, both in print and reality, God does seem a little kill-heavy.
Yep.
She says they have to make a stand, putting all their faith in God, and 4 of them must go on a journey to defeat Flagg.
Is what God wants of you. Stand.
I move we say screw God and invest in guns, all in favor.
Aye.
But wait a minute, Mother Abigail, where did you go?
Yeah,
Why
what
did you go,
happened?
and how did it help anything?
Well, I'll go into great detail about that.
But Mother Abigail?
Mother Abigail? Mother Abigail?
Are you okay?
No! Mother Abigail!
Wait, what the hell?
Oh yeah, that's the funeral home coming to take her away.
Wait, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, what do you think I've been doing this whole time? I've been preparing her funeral.
Really?
But how did you know?
Because she's all of Stephen King's tropes in one character.
Oh yeah, the
This
black
man
character,
doesn't
the
have as many
religious.
King cliches, so he pretty much shoved them all into Mother Abigail. The
Huh,
wise
that's
old
possible.
black person, the out-of-nowhere psychic, the folksy speaker, the simple good against complicated evil, and, of course, killing off the black supporting role.
Yep.
Really?
Dude, the minute she showed up, I knew she was dead.
Huh.
Harsh,
Except
but
for the religious
kinda fair.
zealot, You're right. She's pretty much a one-person Stephen King drinking game. Good eye, Tamara.
Oh, that reminds me. How tall are you?
Oh, 6 foot.
Thank you.
No
5'11"? Uh-oh.
The 4 chosen set
Yeah, I
off
probably
in
look up
quest,
too.
Even their little dog, too. While Harold seems to be top of the world.
for
Oh,
long.
I do hope something one part nasty, one part
Come
hilarious
on.
happens to him.
Fire! This is what you get! Take that, bitch.
Little Red Killing Hood leaves him to die, while one of their spies comes across a disturbing image.
Oof. Drug addict. Oof. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
at least their rehab clinic is strict. One of the trademarks of Mick Garris's projects is he likes to put other horror directors in as actors. So here's Alfred Hitchcock.
That was him! Come on, he's getting away!
He and another assassin are told to take out the spy, but to do so without bloodying him up too much. Asking Sam Raimi to hold back on blood is like asking a celebrity not to tweet about politics. It's kind of impossible.
You in a heap of trouble, son.
To quote what you said to Bruce Campbell, this is what's best for the picture.
Oh,
He also figures out Dana's a spy, either that or he's mad she didn't hide the mics better in her scenes, and he calls her up to talk to her.
Your old black witch is dead. Your people are in confusion. That's it, dude.
You mean I can just go?
There is one more thing.
It's my death, isn't it?
Oh, hi?
Your sleepwalkers is showing.
Pretty much,
He
sure.
falls on a shard of glass, leading to one of my favorite reactions.
Bitch.
Uncle
Bitch.
Freddy took over writing for that bit there.
Yeah,
Nadine
or tongue was
returns to
so.
Flagg, and she discovers sex with the devil isn't as fulfilling as she thought it would be.
Are dead, and this is hell.
I heard they said that every day on the set of Carrie 2. He reveals that Nadine is pregnant while his second-in-command, Lloyd, played by Miguel Ferrer, says
What?
they know who the third spy is, but he might have gotten away.
And you let me go upstairs without telling me? I could pop your neck like a dick and snap into a Slim Jim.
Your seed is cold.
Nadine decides she's jumping for two, and where director
Okay,
Raimi
off.
was perfectly cast as a bumbling hick, director John Landis is not
Landis.
exactly a badass mercenary.
You know, I thought there'd be whores.
That's what he said when he demanded payment for Blues Brothers 2000.
If only. Yeah, probably regretting teaming up with Flagg there, eh, guys? I'm just saying, sometimes deals with devils, never a good thing. Ugh. Sometimes you gotta eat for yourself or turn to God. Cause, well, or just turn to God, cause sometimes judgment's flawed. Especially with some of the crazies they got left with Flagg. Anyway. Oh boy, shoot.
That.
You look like Leonard Moulton with a pop gun. Stop trying to act cool!
Yeah, no kidding.
Meanwhile, our four travelers come across a massive hill, so Stu decides to see if it's stable.
I told you! Piece of cake!
Look, piece of cake! Piece of cake!
Okay, I regret everything, ow!
Piece of shit.
Ow.
Stu breaks his leg, and rather than taking him with, they decide to leave him behind. Why? Because it's God's will.
It's God's plan.
Shut up about God.
If he wants me to eat, he'll send food. If he wants me to drink, he'll send rain.
You know, for a guy who crapped on religion several times, this is
Pretty
having
much.
a bit of a war room feel, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's eventually saved by Tom, but the
Go ahead,
remaining
Tom.
three turn themselves in, and one of them is shot by Lloyd.
Oof.
It's all right, Mr. Henry. You don't know any better.
I would have been in Mr. Magoo for the money, too. Not gonna lie, I thought a Stephen King story would feature a guy called Rat Man a lot more than it is.
One less rat man in the world. Shut up that honking voodoo.
He still makes every moment count.
Mm-hmm.
The other two are dragged out in front of a crowd to be made an example of.
This ain't how Americans act! We gotta stop this!
Do it. You see his mouth?
I'm wondering what the crowd's reaction to that is, because they've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Wow!
Holy crap.
I didn't know he could do that, honey. Did you?
No.
Think so?
The big one for you!
But Deadpool comes in to close things out, as it looks like he's acquired one of Flagg's nuclear weapons, and, well, this is a King story, and to his credit, this isn't an awful ending, it's just bad.
Yeah, and also, the hand of God, I believe.
The hand of God.
I want to hear the laugh of Master Ham from Smash Brothers. That was so fake.
There you go, thank you. So, gives the...
Blows up the missile because, let's face it, the author of Left Behind is writing this now, as Tom and Stu watch from afar.
Huh, why is he so...
We should be blind.
Yeah, no
The
kidding.
next plot point seems so out of nowhere with only 8 minutes remaining. I'll just let the writer himself explain it to you.
It's the baby. It's come early, and it's got the flu.
I get the idea of this religious battle ending with a newborn fighting to be in this new world, but 6 hours, man. Wrap it up. You could have had her going through this struggle while you were building up the Midas hand, jerking off the atom bomb. You can multitask, man.
I think the baby's gonna live.
Thankfully, it is pretty short at the end, and the baby, of course, ends up surviving, and if we didn't have that scene, we might have missed out on this.
Oh, Mother Abigail, where'd you come from?
My God!
Ain't you beautiful? Just as gorgeous.
Is she looking at us?
Dawn in Eden.
Again, in another
Also-
King miniseries, this would just be par the course, but because this one is pretty damn good, scenes like this are just so friggin' funny.
Again,
Even the
Stephen King,
dog's
what do you
giving a
expect?
look like, what the ruck is that? Yes.
Gross!
Playing with fire for a millisecond.
Uh-huh.
We saw
Also-
Lonesome Dove end like this, so we figure it might trigger some Emmys. Ooh, it worked.
Do you think people can change?
I don't know.
We'll see.
She does.
Hey, if King can write a serious version of Dogma, anything's possible.
Dogma? Oh, my nuts.
And that was
Sorry.
The Stand. Like any King miniseries, it has its corny moments, but honestly,
It works.
a lot of that, I think, comes down to the acting. The majority of performers sell the hell out of this.
Amen.
This is a project that's
It's got that right round of
easily
kookiness
could have
you
been
expect
too
from an end of the
ridiculous
world
and over the top,
but
but this surprisingly
miniseries that
finds a
works,
good
so-
balance so that it doesn't come across like God's Not Dead 5. The characters are interesting, the pacing is steady, and it remarkably keeps your attention. Despite it being 6 hours, I was never bored. So
Amen.
yeah, I know it sounds strange saying a King series about the rapture with a pro-God message is actually pretty decent, but it truly is. Check it out and see why it's deserving of all the attention.
Critic,
Mother Abigail?
you've done well, Critic. You've put aside your compulsion to mock writers more talented than you and acknowledge their good works.
Thanks, Mother Abigail. That means a lot coming from you.
Really?
No, I don't know why I said that.
Well, enjoy your nostalgia, wing child. I'm playing rummy with the cast of little rascals up here.
Really? How are they?
Drunk mostly.
Sounds right.
Well, that's sad.
Wait
Bye.
then. Where then?
I'm a nostalgia critic, I remember it.
Yep.
Thank you, Tamara.
Welcome. It's over here.
Shut up that honky voodoo.
Voodoo. Thank you for including a Ratman clip to end things on a high note. Like I said, I haven't read much into the books, so I don't know exactly how things go from then, or at least how much it compares. It's been a while. Anywho, so like I said, that's it for this one. Let me know what you guys think of The Stand. Honestly, good, bad, let me know. And until next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya.